Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
Why you should avoid investing in Ripple's XRP token. Even there, I can't even make it past the damn title, not just because it's designed to elicit fear, not even just for that reason. You wrote Ripple's XRP. Don't say Ripple's XRP unless you're referencing that XRP which Ripple holds. XRP is not owned by Ripple on the whole in terms of like the XRP ledger or anything like that. Ripple has no special permissions over the XRP ledger. And so, after I first read through this article, what I concluded is that the author of this article, named Chris Tyler, and here he is right there on the screen. Nothing against him on a personal level. He can think whatever he wants. This is not a personal attack, although I'm going to critique heavily since I have the platform that I have to do so. I don't like letting this type of stuff skate by. If I've got some time to shred something, then I'd like to talk about it here. But here's the deal. This author should not be talking about things, in this case XRP, he should not be talking about things which he does not understand. That's all I'm saying here. Now, I do want to be clear at the outset, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who makes YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, in case it weren't obvious enough, and I think it was pretty damn obvious when I said it's time to panic sell XRP, I was kidding. That is not financial advice, okay? Just to be super duper clear. Also, I want to give a shout out to Brian Monarch for sharing this story with me. And Brian, just thank you so much because it really grinded my gears. It was grinded my gears. And that's always a fun thing to feel. It's just to get your gears all ground up. So, get ready for a killer time here, folks. In we go, into the devil's lair. To the relief of some, a long fight appears to have been all but won. But when it comes to Ripple, XRP USD, bulls are still in a tussle with bears, whose victory looks less sure on the price chart. So, folks, think about this already, and he talks about price a bit in this piece. I don't know. It blows me away that anybody in mainstream media or crypto media, if you feel like you're an authority enough to be speaking firmly on this, and guiding people effectively, like, how do you not know that the whole damn market moves in tandem because it's immature? The whole market's immature. Have you not noticed that? So you're talking about what XRP's doing. My gosh, don't you understand? If you zoom out on a chart, everything looks the damn same. Seriously, it looks the same. It blows my mind. Anyway, Ripple Network's XRP token. It's not what it is. That is not what it is. It is not Ripple Network's token. XRP is a decentralized cryptocurrency, permissionless platform. Anybody can jump in and use it, which is, by the way, the reason that the SEC was able to hire a third party to run a node for them so they could learn about it. They didn't ask for Ripple's permission. They just did it because it's not a permissioned network. But this is how it was written. Ripple Network's XRP token is the crypto market's 6th largest digital asset. The native crypto helps facilitate transactions on the RippleNet platform. Simply put, RippleNet acts as an international payment settlement exchange similar to the SWIFT system by banks and financial middlemen. It's big business, and it's getting larger by the day. And by the way, nowhere in here does the author of this piece show any sort of understanding of the difference between payment and settlement, and why XRP is functionally useful for settlement and has nothing to do with payment. There's nothing in this article whatsoever. I'm not convinced that he understands it, but he wrote this article as if he's some sort of authority on this, and I don't know that he's done more than like 30 seconds of research on this, but he sure got some strong opinions. Piece continues. Grinding my gears, folks. According to Ripple, it has already settled nearly 500 million transactions on 6 continents, serving more than 55 countries and 120 currency pairs. And part of that boom involves XRP, which priced at 71 cents today, commands a valuation north of $36 billion. The hefty market capitalization places the crypto in between stablecoin USDC and Ethereum killer Cardano. looked at another way that might make some more sense, make sense to some. If XRP were a stock, it would sit impressively between Electronic Arts and eBay in the NASDAQ 100. But it's not a stock, it's a token, or is it a security after all? Look, it doesn't. Of course, it's not a stock. Of course, it's not a stock. But people want to be able, and for good reason, they want to be able to compare individual cryptocurrencies one to another in order to work out over time value. And I'm not saying that there's literally no fundamental analysis that goes. It's like for me there is. I'm just saying on the whole, the vast majority of speculators, which are the people that create the volatility and result in the market moving in tandem, like the vast majority of these people, it's not about the fundamentals. So yeah, there's a reason XRP's been in the top 10 for the entirety of its existence, okay, but it's still moving in tandem with the rest of the market. So still, you've got to find a way to let these cryptos basically jockey for position. And this is how you do it. You let people speculate on it like this. So yeah, it's not a stock, but there's still a value from people's perspective, people's eyes, just to look at market cap. And I know there's not that much meaning to it. It's just that you can rank how the world perceives the actual value and ultimately utility in a mature market of all these cryptocurrencies. So there is value to ranking them in this way. Even though they're not stocks, it's still useful to do this. Anyway, he continues, for XRP investors, it's a devilish detail that has been in the crux of the Ripple crypto. Should it really matter, though? In a nutshell, the Securities and Exchange Commission has been investigating whether XRP token is an unregistered security for nearly 2 years, given its finite supply controlled by Ripple Labs. And that opens up the token to securities violations, according to arguments made by regulators. And look, let me just pause and note, I'm not pretending like Ripple doesn't hold like a metric F-word ton of XRP. But I always found that as perfectly fine. For some people, it's a turn-off, and that's fine. If that ruins it for you, then don't purchase XRP if you don't want to. That's fine. For me, I was like, okay. As I did my research, I came to the understanding that this is a huge cheerleader for the XRP ecosystem, and since the ledger's decentralized, if they started doing bad stuff and just absolutely endlessly dumping on the market for their own personal gain, and they weren't no longer concerned about the actual health and long-term viability of the ecosystem, well, validators can just vote to burn their XRP anyway. So I was sitting there thinking, like, really, what's the risk here? Yeah, they could act in bad faith eventually, but that doesn't seem likely to me. It really doesn't. And so I'm not the least bit afraid of this. And other people getting wealthy, like, I'm not a jealous person. I don't care if other people get insanely wealthy. Good for them. As long as I've got my opportunity and I can get mine, I'm cool with that. Somebody else having something doesn't mean that I don't get to have something. This is not a zero-sum game. That's not how life works, okay? Piece continues, though. The news was enough for XRP bulls. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I missed a part. But this past week, memos from a decade ago revealed Ripple received legal advice that Ripple credits, now known as XRP, and the company's original digital asset should not be considered securities. The news was enough for XRP bulls to prop the token up for a bit and avoid fully participating in the crypto market's latest bearish pressure. It was also enough for a former Commodities Futures Trading Commission chairman to go on Fox Business stating XRP doesn't qualify as a security. Folks, let me just pause here to note that XRP did tank with the rest of the market a few days ago when this was written, so that part is literally not true. I don't know. And consider this too. Like, XRP was doing well, but it didn't line up specifically with the news that he's citing as the reason for it moving. It just doesn't. So wasn't right about that, and then XRP did move down with the rest of the market, and then popped back up. Like, this is not surprising stuff here. But anyway, Pease continues. Should not isn't the same as won't, though. Further, it was also expressed by Ripple's legal counsel that the SEC could differ given potential risks, such as a lack of applicable case law. Again, though, does it really matter? Regardless of future legal verdicts, today XRP's outdated technology has been supplanted by a handful of other faster and cheaper digital assets by Ripple Labs in building out RippleNet. That should be enough to be wary of XRP. My gosh, the degree to which this is not true is astounding. So here's what happened. So when he wrote this portion stating that XRP's technology is outdated and has been supplanted by a handful of other faster and cheaper digital assets, Well, that's interesting considering that XRP is still in the top 10 of crypto. If it's no longer sufficient and useful, I don't know why it continues to be increasingly adopted. That's something too. And why isn't it fallen out of the top 10? By his logic, shouldn't that have occurred? And so he wrote here, faster and cheaper digital assets. And when you click on this link here, you can click on faster and cheaper digital assets. And I did click on it. I was like, oh, it's going to take me to an article somewhere that'll provide this list of the faster cryptocurrencies, but it doesn't. What it takes you to is this. The article, it's an article from CoinDesk titled, What is XRP and How is it Related to Ripple? This is from December 11th, 2020. And so the article makes the claim that there are faster cryptos than XRP, and then links to a CoinDesk article that doesn't have anything to do with that. This article has nothing to do with that whatsoever. In fact, the article states XRP is faster than Bitcoin. That's the only thing it says having to do with speed. It doesn't list other cryptos faster than XRP. Now, though they do claim this is possible. The reason that it's possible for XRP to be faster than Bitcoin, they claim in this CoinDesk article, the reason is because XRP is centralized, and then they never provide any proof for their claim. They just make the claim. No evidence needed, right? They just state the claim. But it gets even more ridiculous. And I'm not going to read the article. I'm just sharing with you what I found as I read it. In fact, in the same article, they note that Ripple only controlled, at that time, at the time of publishing, Ripple only controlled 6 validator nodes, which gives them no special permissions over the blockchain. So already right there, they highlighted something that notes the level of high decentralization even back then, and then they state that it's actually centralized and provide no evidence for that. They provided evidence to the contrary, but they're so inept at FUD they didn't even know they did that, apparently. They didn't even think it through like that. And now the XRP ledger is even more decentralized. I believe there are currently 4 validator nodes run by Ripple, if I'm not mistaken. So completely ridiculous. And consider this too. So even if there are faster cryptocurrencies, it doesn't matter once a standard is in place. And I've made this point before, but think about it. When you're talking about real-time settlement and XRP settling in 3 to 5 seconds, I don't care if you have a cryptocurrency that settles in 0.1 seconds. And which is that's a lot faster, right? It doesn't change anyone's lives. That's not solving anyone's problems to some sort of notable order of magnitude. It just isn't. So once XRP is in place, sufficiently the world over for this particular use case, good luck gutting that plumbing for something that isn't going to make anyone's life any better at all. Good luck doing that. How are you going to convince everybody that's already got XRP, and it's used in all the other use cases too, to just nix it? We're not going to use it anymore. That's not going to happen, okay? When a standard is in place, you have to have something way, way, way better to supplant it. That is not how humans behave. And so it's silly to think that even if something is slightly faster, even if it's 0.1 seconds and XRP is settling in 3 to 5 seconds, who the hell cares? And don't forget too, XRP can basically infinitely scale by setting up payment channels. It's just, scaling is not an issue. So the on-chain transactions, 1,500 transactions per second, not an issue. Do you see why this is grinding my gears so much? It's like, nothing against this guy on a personal level, but damn, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And then makes claims and doesn't back it up with any sort of evidence, and links to an article that has nothing to do with the claim that he's making in the article. This is why we can't have nice things, folks. This is why we cannot have nice things. Proceeding now. Still, what if you need more to avoid a bad investment in the token? Baby recognized that one face showing support for XRP on camera was also busy promoting a book. And mind you, the interview was on a pro-business news outlet. To be fair to Fox and their friends, as well as XRP's overzealous Reddit ape population that loves their penny stocks, they're not the only ones upbeat on the older token. What the hell does it matter? In fact, I'd say the fact that XRP's been around so damn long should instill confidence, because it's been under constant attack just like Bitcoin has for that whole time, and there's never been any sort of security concern as a result of the actual code of the XRP ledger. It's secure and it's encrypted. What the hell does it matter if how is that not a positive? I'd be more concerned about a brand new crypto. What the hell are you talking about here? Gears getting so ground up, man. And so anyway, then he writes, where was I? Yeah, to be fair, Fox and their friends, as well as XRP's overzealous Reddit population that love their penny stocks, they're not the only ones upbeat on the older token. Apparently, the mega whales are back. This small but moneyed group did well getting in front of an outsized rally in Ripple's XRP, which began in late 2020, and the mega whales have been busy accumulating. Then it goes, I don't feel like I need to read this portion if memory serves properly. They're just talking about some, I think it's just whale activity and a dollar quantity of XRP moving around. So that I think I can skip over. It's on your screen if you want to read it, but I think I can safely skip over that without you missing anything substantially here. Yeah. Here we go. As expressed, the understanding is XRP has technological limitations that won't go away even if the SEC's case is dismissed. Look, you gotta understand it. XRP is not designed to be all things to all people. There are trade-offs. There is no crypto that can do everything. There's a reason intentionally, by the way, that smart contract capability on the base layer of XRP Ledger, there are reasons that it wasn't coded into the XRP Ledger. David Schwartz, who created XRP with a couple other people, he's publicly spoken about this. Now, I'm willing to bet the author is unaware of this, but in terms of limitation, my God, XRP is the best cryptocurrency on the planet for payments. And you know what? For certain applications like on-demand liquidity utilizing XRP as a bridge currency, you know what? You know what matters that you can't code into it? Liquidity. You can't code liquidity into a cryptocurrency. Either people are buying and selling it on exchanges or they're not. And if people are buying and selling XRP on exchanges, then you can tap into that existing liquidity. So, again, that's something that has happened because XRP and its ecosystem, it's been adopted over time. That's incredible. You're talking about technological limitations. You watch your goddamn mind. Peace continues. Could my understanding of Ripple's XRP be incorrect? That's the most pointed question you asked, sir, in this entire piece. And the answer is a resounding yes. Your understanding of Ripple's XRP is incorrect. It's just XRP, but anyway. He says, perhaps it's not like buying a DVD when streaming technology is available, or is Ripple's XRP ledger what's keeping mega whales interested? Regardless of my crypto awareness, after underperforming many top cryptos in the back of 2021, the token has broken trendline and 62% support while entering oversold territory with stochastics bearishly aligned. I don't know why it would make sense for a guy writing for a website called Investor Place to worry about the super short term and what's happening anyway, as if that's some sort of fundamental reason to be concerned about the long-term viability of XRP. That just doesn't make any damn sense. And also, when something's oversold, historically, that's a sign that perhaps it's a reasonable time to purchase and price might go back up. Isn't that what that typically means? You know, if something's overbought, aren't you worried that there could be a correction to the downside? So if it's oversold, don't you worry that the inverse happens? Yes. Typically, that's what it's reasonable to expect. Oh, my God. So he wraps up by stating, at the end of the day, though, charts are never clear-cut. When it comes to XRP, the ruling is this crypto isn't worth investors' time without something meaningful off or on the price chart happening first. Now, mind you, XRP is one of the only cryptocurrencies on the planet that's actually used for anything. It's actually used in enterprise-grade software today. Bitcoin isn't. XRP is. And so this isn't worth investors' time. You know, actual utility here. No. It's old. And there's cryptos that are faster. I'm just not going to name them. And so what? Who cares if there are faster cryptos? Again, it doesn't freaking matter. What a piece of trash article. But I also thought I'd go ahead and highlight this because some people do get it. Look at this headline. This is from September 25th last year, 2021, from the Daily Huddle. XRP has great risk-reward ratio with 10x price rise likely, so says macro guru Raoul Pal. So he's a former Goldman Sachs exec and also founder of Real Vision. I'm a fan of this guy, and he does get this. Look, here's a quote from him. What's interesting about XRP is there's quite a lot of use cases. You should tell Chris, who writes for Investor Place, because he doesn't seem to be aware of this. And he says, what's interesting about XRP is there's quite a lot of use cases. Now, I know the bunch of Bitcoin people hate it. It's not decentralized enough. I don't care. Are people using it? Yes. A lot more than most people realize. And what's amazing about this setup is you can't buy it on any of the exchanges, and it's not in the Bitwise ETF. The Bitwise ETF is now $1 billion of the Bitwise index. The top 10 index is $1 billion, so the moment XRP is free, they have to buy a few $100 million in it, as everybody else can, because the exchanges will have it back. So you're setting up for a hell of a nice run if this clears up. And so look, then he wrote, worst case, it doesn't. Worst case is, let's say 50% downside. Best case is 10x from here. So I'll take a 50-to-1 risk reward for the next 3 to 6 months. And so there you go. And it may take longer than that, but you get what he's saying here. Potential downside, okay, fine. What about the potential return on this thing? Which is why this article from Investor Place, this is going to age like a fine milk. I'll just say that.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.